Hey guys, today I'm going to show you guys how I achieved this very pretty blonde color. It took a lot of work, but I'm going to show you everything that I did. So if you are interested, stay tuned. So the hair that I'm going to be using is from Fabwigs, and they sent me 3 bundles of the Peruvian body wave hair in 18 inches and a 14-inch closure. So I'm starting with my powder bleach. And you can use any brand, but I wanted to try the L'Oreal Quick Blue, and I'll have all the materials in the description box for you guys. So I'm taking the powder bleach and the 40 volume developer, and I'm kind of eyeballing the mixture, and it's gonna be kind of a, I don't know, kind of a pasty consistency, and I'm just adding a little bit more of the volume developer. And once I get the mixture that I like, I'm just gonna start putting it on the closure. And with the closure, I'm going to be using aluminum foil to protect the roots, so I could keep the roots dark. And this is the aluminum foil here. So I'm just going to start separating the closure into sections with my hand and a comb, and then I'm going to start painting the bleach on the hair. And then when I get closer to the root, I'm going to kind of feather out the bleach so it's a smoother transition. And then I'm going to get a comb or a paddle brush or something and then comb the bleach through the hair so it gets evenly distributed. And then after I have all the bleach on the hair like I want it, I'm going to put the foil on there to protect the root and then start with the next section. And I'm going to keep going throughout the closure, painting the bleach on there, brushing it out, feathering it out when it gets to the root, and then covering the root with aluminum foil and going to the next section. So after I have gone throughout the whole closure and painted it with the bleach and protected the roots, I'm going to wrap it up and sit it aside while I bleach the bundles. Now with the bundles, it's a lot easier to bleach because you don't have to protect the roots or anything, especially with, making this a blonde wig. The only thing that I had difficulty with is keeping the weft part from sliding down. So I would suggest that you use bobby pins to keep the wefts together and from sliding down, or you can use a hair clamp at the top of your bundles to keep them from sliding. So I'm just painting the mixture all over the front of the bundle, and then after I have all the bleach on there, I'm going to start using my paddle brush to comb all the bleach through the bundle so it's evenly distributed. And after I have it all over the front and combed out, I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the back. And I'm going to be doing the same thing with all 3 of the bundles. So I'm just going to be showing you guys how I do it to one of the bundles. And then I'm going to sit that aside and let it process for about 45 minutes to an hour. And going into this process, I knew you have to at least bleach all the hair in the closure at least twice to get your blonde color. So keep that in mind. You have to bleach your hair to get a blonde color at least twice. In my case, I had to do it 3 times, but you got to do what you got to do. Alright, so this is the second bleaching here. I'm going to be doing the same exact steps as I showed you guys the first time. So I'm going to be going throughout the closure, painting a section, feathering it out when I get to the root, protecting the root with aluminum foil, and then I'm going to let it process again for about 45 minutes to an hour. And the same goes for all the bundles as well. Alright, so I rinsed out all the hair and I shampooed it with some generic shampoo, and I'll have all the materials again in the description box for you guys. And this is what the hair looked like after bleaching it twice, and to me it was still very dark, and that's why I decided to bleach it again for a third time. But I thought it was finished at the time, so I did go ahead and tone the hair. And I'm just showing you guys the toner that I used the first time. And that's what it looks like with the toner on there. And I left it only on there for about 30 minutes. And I washed it out with the Shimmer Lights shampoo. And I'm going to show you guys later in the video how to mix up your toner. But I didn't show you guys right here because it wasn't exactly the color I wanted it to be. But I'll show you guys that later. Alright, after bleaching it a third time, and I've left the bleach on for about an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours this time, it came out the color that I wanted it to be, and I let it air dry overnight, and then I'm going to show you guys how I tone the hair. Alright, so for toner I use the Wella Color Charm T18, and I also use the 20 volume developer to make up the mixture. So I'm going to take a mixing bowl, and to get the toner you have to take one whole bottle of toner, pour it in your mixing bowl, and then take that empty bottle and get your volume developer and pour it in the empty bottle of toner twice. So for every one bottle of toner you need 2 parts of the volume developer. So you're just going to be pouring it in the bottle twice. I used about 3 bottles of toner, but it's all going to depend on how long your bundles are and how many that you have. And after I have all the measurements correct, I'm going to take this little whisk here. I'm going to take this little whisk here that I got from Sally's, and I'm going to mix up the toner and the developer. And just like with painting on the bleach, I'm going to be painting on the toner. I'm going to be working it all over the front and on the back as well, making sure I have all the areas covered. And after I have all the toner on the closure and the bundles, I'm not going to wrap it up in aluminum foil. I'm just going to leave it out. And unlike the first time that I toned the hair, I'm going to leave it on for about like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And once it gets to a very bright purple color, that is when it is finished. So when you get that, well, when it gets a dark purple color, that's when it's finished. So I'm going to be taking the hair and I'm going to be rinsing it out, and then I'm going to be taking the Shimmer Light shampoo and conditioner, and I'm going to be washing all of the hair out. And I was very excited because I finally got the right color that I wanted. Now, granted, some parts are going to be more warm, like some of the bundles are going to be more warm than the closure, but overall I still feel like it turned out pretty good. So I let the hair air dry overnight, and this is what the color looks like in natural lighting. It did get a really nice blonde color. The closure is the lightest one, and I think it looks pretty nice. And I constructed the wig using the hot glue gun method. I did not include that footage of me making the wig in this video, but I still did record that footage. So if you do want like a separate video on how I constructed it, I can make a quick video for you guys. Hey guys, so I have finally finished making this wig and dyeing this wig. I used the hot glue gun method, and that's probably the method I'm going to use every time I make a wig because I really don't have any time to be sewing a wig for like 5 hours or whatever. So the hot glue gun method is the best method for me. As you guys could see, I struggled to get this color. It took me, I think I started on January 2nd, which was a Tuesday, and I finally got the color that I wanted on Thursday. So I had to bleach this hair 3 times to get this color. I would not suggest this if you're looking for something that's a color that's going to be inexpensive. All the toner and buying the developer and all that stuff, that was very expensive, but I'm actually happy with how this looks, and I think it's very pretty. Now, I was going for an ash blonde color because I watched Sophiology's video probably at least 10 times in the making of this process, and I just love that color, and I thought it would be a flattering color on me as well. And actually, ash blonde is a very pretty color on women of color in general, like a ton of skin tones. That's why I wanted to try it, and in some parts, like underneath, it's like a warmer blonde, but where the closure is definitely that ashy blonde, that cool tone blonde, and this looks so much better. So I already recorded like this outro part 2 days ago, but I didn't like how I did my makeup, and makeup is key with blonde hair to me. I had my eyebrows way too dark, like black, so today I went with like a medium brown eyebrow, and my overall like makeup is softer. And if you do like this makeup look that I have going on, I can do a makeup tutorial for you guys. It's pretty simple. And next time if I ever go blonde again, I watch other people's videos and they said the same thing. It's best to get a 613 bundles and then tone it, instead of having to go through everything I had to go through to get this light color. So I'm sure it's a lot less expensive to do that. I think blonde is like the hardest to get, like it's the hardest color to get when you're going from black to blonde. So now I feel a lot more confident in my wig making skills and even dyeing wigs different colors and stuff. I don't know what's going on with me, but I really want a lavender wig this year, and I definitely want a pink wig this year. Now you guys know I'm a teacher and I can't wear that to school and stuff, but during the summertime I'm definitely going to be playing around, and I'm going to have a pink wig. I don't know how Adrian feels about that. I mentioned it, well actually I mentioned it to him I think this morning, and I think he kind of made a face, but I think I'm going to have pink hair this summer. Yeah, I flat ironed this hair out, and I was kind of scared because I did do so much bleaching and everything, but it holds a pretty good curl, but I don't know how well it's gonna hold like really full voluminous curls. I'm not sure. And this is body wave hair, but when I first got the hair it was super soft, but it feels pretty soft now even after all of that manipulation and everything that I had to do. I did get a ton of shedding, but that's to be expected because I did so much bleaching, and when I was making my wig I did cut the wefts as I was gluing the tracks on the cap. I actually want to try, the next time I make a wig I want to try a different cap because I just used the standard dome cap and I'm having issues with like comfort around the ear area. But this wig, I actually made this one pretty big, which usually in the past I've had issues with making my wigs too small for my head, but this one is very roomy. And some people have asked me, are you going to start making wigs for other people? I doubt it, because I mean I think I'm doing pretty well of doing them for myself, but I don't think I'm to the level I can make a wig for somebody else. I'm going to start off with probably my sister, because she did ask me could I make her like a natural textured wig, and I think I might do that for her this year, but I doubt I'm going to be making wigs for other people just yet. But when I get my skills up, I might. I just want to thank Fabwigs for sending me this hair to dye and make and showcase to you guys, and I hope you guys learn from my mistakes in this video. And if you are going for this color, you know, more power to you. It's a lot of work, but after you go through everything, you'll get to where you need to be. So thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. If you did enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And if you think you've been subscribed for years, double check, because I've been subscribed to a lot of bigger YouTubers for years, and then I checked again and I'm not subscribed anymore. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. They're being weird lately. So double check, make sure you're subscribed, and turn on your notifications so you will be notified every time I do another post. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.